Now, Chennai is no stranger to heavy rains, but this year's unprecedented rainfall exposed the city's lack of infrastructure and preparedness to handle a situation of such intensity. What went wrong in the city? Smitha TK gathers citizens of Chennai to talk about the lessons that government authorities must learn from this episode.
Waterlogged roads and subways, sewage lines mixing with drinking water, lakes breaching their banks. These are just some of the issues that come up every year during Chennai rains. But this year, things got worse. Experts say that the situation was blown up due to mismanagement and lack of basic infrastructure. So tell us, sir, what went wrong?
I would like to point out, what went wrong so far is basically an exposure of what we have been planning as a city. As an engineering that we follow is totally wrong. The rain is only exposed our system. So our system is inadequate in many ways. For example, we don't even have a law for handling drainage, like a stormwater drainage from one part of another part. There is no system.
Recently, the city commissioner admitted that the city lacks an urban planner. So how do you see the situation changing once an expert panel is in place?
We have to have a larger science in place, which is not there in our planning system, which is precisely the CMDA, which they don't have rules. So that's why all the builders and everywhere it gets blamed, because they think like the CMDA, whatever the guidelines, if they follow, everything will work magically, but doesn't work. It's now exposed.
Thank you, sir. Many areas in Chennai had encroachments of marshlands, which are now serving as IT corridors, gated communities, garbage bins. So how has it been living in one of the most sought after areas in Chennai, OMR?
OMR was conceived and is supposed to be the most planned road that we have in Chennai. We have 21 kilometers of planned road. We have 13 foot-over bridges. So this basically shows that we have no planning. One department, the left hand, doesn't talk to the other department, which is the right hand. So obviously you can't clap, you don't make a sound, you're no use. We've started a campaign on change.org asking for Chennai to have an urban planner. Please go and vote on it, so that we can pressurize the powers that be, so that we can have an urban planner, a scientifically thinking engineer who can put all these departments together and give us a better life in Chennai.
The major concern right now is illness and disease due to stagnation of water. So could you tell us, how is the situation right now and how do you see the government handling the situation?
So presently, the waterborne illness is on the rise, especially cholera-related infections, viral hepatitis on the rise. Then the mosquito-borne infections like dengue and malaria are also on the rise because the stagnation of water of more than 7 days in the roads and common dwellings. So the bird environmental health is alien to this particular community, especially to Chennai community or even Tamil Nadu or even to the administrative policy makers. The government should be really proactive. They have the adequate manpower. They are delivering in the old classical way what they did in the 80s and 70s. That is, if there's an event, everyone rushes to the event, then talk about the event, nullify the event, and forget in another 3 to 4 months and wait for the other epidemic to come.
These rains saw tremendous efforts from police force, armed forces, traffic policemen and hundreds of citizens. Chennai Rain Relief 2015 was a Facebook page started by volunteers to help Chennaites get back on their feet. So tell us, sir, how is the scene like right now?
Initially we targeted and we focused only for the food actually, but now people started asking for bedsheets because most of the people lost their clothes, lost their belongings, lost their, children lost their notebooks and stationaries. So right now we focus on, giving relief materials in association with the Chennai Corporation and also sanitation part, which is very, very essential because most of our area still water is logging.
Thank you, sir. The corporation is now open to suggestions from people. So if you want Chennai to be more prepared for at least the next rainy season, now is the time. In Chennai with camera person Ravi, Smitha TK for NDTV.